Welcome to Foundations in Digital Art. There should be another file, maybe a PDF that has all of these slides in it that you can look at, so you don't need to take screenshots or anything while I'm going over this. This is me, Chuck Drum. This has all of my information here that you can read over if you want to. That's a picture of me standing by one of my works of art that's down in Florida. For my online classes, my office hours are going to be Wednesdays from 11 to 12. Basically, you just need to contact me if you need to meet with me anytime. All right, so I'm checking my emails all the time. If you need to meet with me, I can answer emails, or we can get on Zoom. On Zoom, we can set it up so that you can see my screen, and I can walk you through stuff if you need to do that. This is my email, best way to reach me. I should go back here. I won't actually be in my office, so I don't have my office phone number in there because I'm not going to be on campus. Okay, so for this class, you've got to have a working computer. The art department has a laptop requirement, which you can find all of the information on it on the art department website. If you go there, there's somewhere they've got, my next slide shows me here. Okay, so you should have something over here that says laptop requirement or laptop initiative or something. If you click on that, what it's going to do is it's going to show you what kind of computer you should have depending on what your major is going to be. It'll give you the specs on it and everything that you need to know. Also, if you scroll down, it's going to have a section on Adobe software. This is where you need to get the Creative Cloud installed on your computer. You need to go through this link. If you just go to the Adobe website, it's going to ask you if you want like a free preview or something. You don't need to go through all of that. You need to go through this link to get it installed on your computer. You'll end up signing in with just your Sam Houston email and password. If you're having any problems at all with that, I get it on my computer in a slightly different way than you guys do. So I can't really help you with installing the software. You'll need to contact the IT help desk at Sam Houston, and they should be able to walk you through. But you have to have that running on your computer. That is what we're going to be working in, is the Creative Cloud. Okay, so when you click on this, it's going to give you two different choices. It's not a campus PC or a Mac that you're clicking on. It's a personal unmanaged machine installation. So that's going to let you install it on whatever laptop you are using. It's going to give you access to a bunch of apps. We're not going to get to all of these. This class is intended to give you a working knowledge of some of the programs so that when you get into your first graphic design class or animation class or whatever, they don't have to teach you from the very beginning how to work in these programs. So we're not going to cover all of these programs, but we are going to cover some of these programs. We're definitely going to cover Photoshop, which is that blue PS, and Illustrator, which is the orange AI. So when you get the Creative Cloud installed on your computer, be sure that you click on both of those and be sure that they launch, because those are the ones that you're going to need to work in this class. Okay, so I'm going to go over a few of the things that are in the syllabus. You have to read over all of it, but I'm just going to go over some of it. The entire syllabus is on Blackboard where you can find it. So I've highlighted Introduced here because this is an introductory class to the programs. If you already have a working knowledge of Photoshop or Illustrator or any of the other ones, these very beginning lessons might feel kind of elementary to you, but you still need to go through the step by step, because there may be one way that I want you to do something that is different than the way that you've been doing it. They come out with new versions of the applications every year. And I'm going to show you the new stuff that they've got. So there'll be something new that you can learn. So even though it may seem really simple, you can fly through it because you know how it works, but you do need to make sure that you go through. If you've never worked in the programs before, you don't need to worry, because we're going to start from the very beginning, launch the programs. I'm going to show you how to open documents, how to create new documents. We're going to go from the very beginning. Having said that, you do need to know how your laptop works. Since this is an online class and I'm not there to look at your computer, I can't necessarily tell you how to find documents that you've got saved on there, or how to adjust your brightness, or any of those things. So you need to make sure that you can figure out how your actual computer works. So you are required to have the Creative Suite running. Laptops must meet or exceed the specifications. This is really important in this. You must have a laptop that can run the full versions of the Adobe applications. An iPad or another, some kind of tablet like that is not going to work for their course. Now, if you go to the Apple Store, they're going to tell you that their smaller tablets can run the entire programs, and they're lying to you. So you can't get through this class with just an iPad tablet. You've got to have an actual computer that you can use that has a keyboard that can run the full versions of the programs. Otherwise, you're going to have exercises or something that you've got to complete, and you're not going to have it's not going to have access to the right tools. So you've got to make sure that you've got something. If this is an online class, then you can certainly be working at home on a desktop computer. That's fine, as long as it can run the full programs. I just said that. I guess I have an extra slide on here to really emphasize that that's the deal. Other than your laptop running the programs, and I'm sorry about this. This is a slideshow that's usually moving and this kind of pops up, but there's a couple other things that you need to have. Personal storage device. So some place where you can make a second copy of whatever documents you are working on. I know you're probably saving one to some cloud as you're working. You may be saving it to your computer. You just need to make sure that you've got it saved in two places, because inevitably at some point in your college career, probably right before something important is due, your computer is going to completely crap out and you're going to lose everything. And if that happens during this class, what I'm going to say is, okay, let's go and look at what you've got on wherever you've got it saved in a second place. And if you don't have it saved in a second place, then that's going to be a problem, because I'm telling you right here at the welcome video that you need to make sure you've got things saved in a second place, whether that's an external hard drive that you back your stuff up to when you get home at night, or it's saved on your computer and it's saved in the cloud. You just need to make sure that you've got it in two different places. You need some kind of a sketchbook that does not have lines on it. That's why this little picture is here. I don't want something that has lines on it. This needs to be blank paper with no lines, because what you don't realize is these lines are actually adding some visual weight to your designs that you're doing, and we don't want that. So most of our projects are going to start by hand with concept sketches or thumbnails that I am going to look at and going to have to check off. So you need to make sure that you've got some kind of unlined paper that you can work on. Any assignment not completed will earn a grade of F. So in high school or other classes, there might be some kind of a situation where you can turn it in late and you get a certain number of points off, depending on how many days it is, all those kind of things. We don't do that in this class. There's too much stuff that I got to do to be having late assignments coming in. So no late assignments will be accepted without prior permission from the instructor. So if something is due by 8 a.m. on a Tuesday the 2nd, whatever that is, then that is the date that it needs to be submitted to wherever it is that I've told you that it needs to be submitted. On Blackboard, I can see what time things are submitted. Some of the assignments, especially the exercises, you literally will not, it won't give you an option to submit things after the due date and the due time specifically also. So you need to make sure that you've got it submitted. Now it says a thing on here about absences. That's just because even with an online class, I have to have all of that stuff included in the email. In the syllabus. So just ignore that. This is the way the grades are going to break down. You are 85% of your final grade is going to be your projects. 15% is going to be exercises. Don't worry about quizzes. I don't think we're going to have a quiz in here. But this is the way that it's going to break down. Now I know that 15% doesn't seem like a lot, but the exercises are easy stuff. There's no reason why you should not get 100% of that 15%. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it is enough to pull you down to the next grade down or to push you up to the next grade up. So also keep in mind that we have a lot of exercises at the beginning of the semester because that's when you're going to be learning the programs. As the semester goes on, you're not going to have as many exercises. So don't think that you can skip a few at the beginning of the semester and then kind of catch up and do more at the end of the semester because there's not going to be as many at the end of the semester. There's no extra credit assignments in this class. So don't get to the end of the semester and say, Chuck, can you give me an extra credit? Because I don't have them. I don't even know how to factor those things in. It's not there. It doesn't exist. Okay, your syllabus talks about academic dishonesty and plagiarism and use of AI. And we are going to go over that extensively in an upcoming lecture called Visual Plagiarism. But read over the wording on this that's on the syllabus so that you know. I'll give you all kinds of warnings about what's going to happen if you do that. Students with disability policy. There are if you need some kind of accommodations for a class, you have to go through that department. And on the syllabus, all of these are like live links that you can click on. You have to go through the university's department for that, and they send the professor a letter with the accommodations. If I don't have that, then there's nothing I can do. You can't just come up to me and talk to me about it. Although you can come up to me and talk to me about it. But if there's some kind of accommodations that you know that you need, you probably already know that, and that's where you need to go to get to it. Okay, the BFA review. If you are a BFA student or planning on being a BFA student, you will be going through the BFA review, which you've probably already heard about. This is one of the classes that triggers that. You've got to successfully complete all 3 sections of WASH, your first drawing class, and this class. And successfully completing them means a C or higher in those classes. So even though the university considers a D passing for that class, you have to have a C or better in all of those classes to be able to take the BFA review. You have to pass the BFA review before you can go on and take your upper level classes of animation, graphic design, studio photography, whatever it is that you're doing. So it's really, really important. You've got to get, I'm not sure how many, it kind of tends to change sometimes, but I'm not sure exactly how many examples of digital art you have to have, but you do have to have some examples of that. So kind of keep that in mind as you're going. I am currently one of the chairs of the BFA review committee. So I can answer all kinds of questions about that. Every semester I give a talk to the Student Art Association with a lot of details in it. So certainly the semester that you do end up going through the BFA review, you need to make sure that you read over the handout really well and definitely go to that SAA presentation. They put up posters in the hallways, so make sure that you go to that. The Counseling Center, there is free help available. Even if you're just feeling stressed, anxiety, loneliness, any of those things, okay? So please make use of this if this is something that you're struggling with. I absolutely encourage you to do that. This should be a live link on the syllabus that you can contact somebody, so that you've got your mental health is going well and you can concentrate on all of your studies. I am required on the syllabus to post some kind of a schedule of when of what your lectures are going to be, when your due dates are, all of those kind of things. So whichever semester you are in your syllabus, there's going to be a page and a half, something that lists all of the assignments, all of the lectures, and all of the due dates. I have highlighted here subject to change because inevitably those are going to change. We may be going through something and we run into some kind of a problem. I may at some point decide that we're not going to do this project, we're going to do another project. I won't change it like right in the middle of doing the project. But I have to have this on the syllabus. I just want you to know that we're going to look at Blackboard here in a second. And the dates that are on Blackboard, those I can easily change as I need to. So pay attention to the calendar that's on Blackboard. Don't really pay attention to the one that's on the syllabus, but they tell me that I have to put it on there. So it's on there. Blackboard, it's all on Blackboard. So log into... first of all, you need to make sure that you can get into the Blackboard page. Once you're registered in the class and classes have opened, you should be able to get into Blackboard. In this little slideshow, I'm going to go over a few things that the way that it's organized on Blackboard. So this is the sample. These little icons may look a little bit different when you get on it, but when you log on to our course, you're going to have these different sections that have stuff. And the way that I've got it organized, this lecture that you're listening to right now should be in this folder right here. This is going to have all of the stuff that you need for going through all of these lectures. This is the important course calendar, and I think I emphasize that on the next slide. This is where I can update this calendar if things change. I can come in here and change dates if whatever. Okay, all of these other ones contain information about lectures or projects. So for example, the next one here is going to say design fundamentals, and this has lectures about design, about fonts that you're supposed to use or not use. This is where you're going to find the lectures about visual plagiarism, all of those kind of things. And some of these lectures have exercises that have to be completed, and those will all be in here. Okay, you can't skip any of these. You got to go through, and you've got to look at all of them inside of the little folders, and there may be exercises that you have to complete. There's going to be deadlines for all of those. Down here, this is when we're going to start learning the different programs. So I've got them separated into sections so that it's not too overwhelming. These will contain handouts that have step-by-step instructions, and what you'll do is you'll open up your Illustrator in this case, and you'll follow the instructions and you'll work through it. A lot of times there are exercises that you have to complete. Once you get into Blackboard and you start clicking around in these, it's gonna make sense. Now, some of these have a specific order that you have to go through. So inside of this, let me go and see if I don't think there's another slide that shows you this, but when you go into Blackboard and you click on this, you're going to see that it's got individual little parts inside these, like little subfolders or something inside of that. They might be set up so that you have to do the first one before you can do the second one. And then it'll take you to an arrow for the third one. Then you have to work through them in order. So once you get into Blackboard and you start clicking around, that should all make sense. Certainly if it does not make sense, or if something says, the calendar says that something should be available and you're not seeing it, let me know as soon as possible. Blackboard's a little bit weird on my end where when I upload something, it's not automatically visible to students. I have to actually go in there and click on a little thing that changes it from hidden from students to visible to students, or, visible at this date. Anyway, sometimes I forget to go in and switch that because it's a new little thing that we have to do. So if at any time you know that there's supposed to be something on there that's available to you and you can't find it, then please let me know as soon as possible. So the course calendar, this is the one. that you need to be looking at, not this one that's inherent to Blackboard. This little thing is like if there's something that's posted that actually is an assignment through Blackboard and it has a due date, and there's certain things that trigger things to be posted on this calendar. This is the thing that you need to pay attention to, because sometimes you got assignments that are not going to be submitted through Blackboard. They're going to be submitted in some other way, and so they might not show up on this. So this is what you need to be looking at. This is kind of what it's going to look like. These dates are not going to be by yours, but it's going to look like this. I've even got it color coded for y'all. Okay, so anything that's a lecture is going to be in red. Anything that's blue is going to be projects we're working on. The green things are exercises, and anything in purple is a due date. So you can see here, this is when this would be due. If it's purple, then those things are going to be due on those days. So this is what you need to look at. If anything changes during the semester, this is where I'm going to come in and I'm going to make changes. So this is always current right here. Okay. Inside of the welcome folder, the first welcome folder where you found this lecture, is your first exercise that is due, and it's called Intro Video, and it has very detailed step-by-step. It's got links on where you need to go to complete this little video. You're not videoing your own face. You're going to choose a little character. You're going to answer a few questions. You're going to upload it to a specific website. It's not through Blackboard, and you're going to get 100%. If you go through and you do it and you upload it in time and you answer all the questions, you're going to get 100% on that first exercise. So that's the very first thing that's due. You need to go ahead and do that. It's got a real quick deadline coming up, like it might be like the second day of online classes or something that it's due. It's pretty quickly coming up. After you look at the slides in this slideshow that we're going through right now and listen to this video recording of me talking, there is a video called what's it called? I can't remember. It's Hourglass. Something about hourglass on succeeding or something. Anyway, I want you to click on that and I want you to watch that. It's like maybe 1 minute long, maybe 2 minutes long. I want you to succeed in here. I don't want to see you again in my classes. Not that I don't want to see you again. You can drop by and see me, but you need to get through this class to be able to take the BFA review and pass the BFA review and get your degree and get that high-paying job and move out of your mom's house. So I want you to succeed. You need to let me know as soon as possible if you're running into problems. If you can't access something on Blackboard, don't rate, especially in the summer classes, because we don't have that much time. Let me know as soon as possible. I'm checking my email all the time. Don't wait until way past deadlines to let me know that something's not working for you, because there's nothing that I can do about that. Okay, so go ahead and click on whatever the next thing is in this folder that you're supposed to look at.